Are we live? I am so bad with fucking technology, guys. I apologize. I'm looking around here, do not have a fucking clue what I am doing. So yeah, hopefully I'm live. Let me know, guys, if you think I am. What I am doing. So yeah, hopefully I'm live. Let me know, guys, if you think I am. What I am doing. So yeah, hopefully I'm live. Let me know, guys, if you think I am. I need to mute myself, I think, yeah. Fuck. What I am doing. So yeah, hopefully I'm live. Let me know, guys, if you think I am. Holy shit. What I think of the Derek Lewis fight. I should have went with my initial pick of Mark Hunt. Originally, I was going to go with that. And I don't know why. I went with Derek Lewis. It's just maybe the hype. Maybe change my pick, which is something I don't usually get up to. Is changing picks, in all honesty. But I just got caught up with that one. I thought that Mark Hunt fought the right fight, just picked his spots, came forward, and I think that Derek Lewis was really looking for a way out. In all honesty. Cody, what's up with all this shit that you're causing again? This rolling die by KO, Zhang Liang's getting knocked out. Come on, man. You went against me before and you've lost, so. No, my little one's not here yet. Today was the due date. Well, yesterday was the due date. It's 2 a.m. over here in the UK. Nothing, literally nothing. My fiance's straight out in bed right now with the dog right beside her. So, yeah. Why I'm not counting out Colby Covington. I just think that this is really a style matchup, a really tough style matchup for him, and I think that it's a step up in competition where it's just a straight step up in competition. You don't go from Jonathan Meunier to Max Griffin, Brian Barberena, to a guy, a legitimate near 10-year veteran of the sport, and take him out easy. Now, I know people, it might just be me. Like, I'm a big fan of Covington. You have to respect the skills that the guy has personally. He's got like some of the best wrestling in that division, and when you have a serious skill set like that, you can use it. But Kim is a really good judoka, and I think he could stop some of the takedowns. I do see him getting taken down, but I can see him, like Barberena, getting back to his feet really quick and really just putting it on him maybe late in the fight. But that's just my opinion on it in that time. But tough fight to call. I was looking at DraftKings there before I come on, and Kim's that price where I want to go for him, but then you realise that it's a close match. You might not score high. So yeah, Mulatto, one of my new subscribers on here. Thank you so much for subscribing. What's your take on Pudilova versus Kim? And you think could Pudilova? Well, I literally just watched Pudilova versus Landsberg again, and she looked fairly decent on the feet. But I think that Kim, it could get wild, and she could get takedowns off the fence. and she looks like she's got a really good ground game, like really heavy. But I do think she'll make a lot of mistakes where Pudilova might capitalise on that. But I like him. I like going for the dogs when there's close fights like that. I go with the new kind of dogs. So I did that last week with Chanmi Gion, and that really blew up in my face. Aldridge really just kind of beat her up pretty much. But I think that Chanmi Gion's going to be fun going forward for years to come. And yeah, Cody, you talk so much shit in this, man. For like literally, I can remember 2 years ago you were talking shit on my YouTube channel. Much respect to you, but yeah, you talk some utter shit sometimes, I must admit. What's your guys' picks for this card, and what's your DraftKings picks? I made a great start to 2017 on DraftKings. I won some GPPs. I won loads of cash, and really since then I've actually kind of shit the bed, in all honesty, with my picks. So I'm not too far off, and like I get a lot of questions asking about DraftKings and so on. You guys, you really need to go check out Brett Apley and the guys over in Daily Fantasy MMA on YouTube and Roto Grinders. The guys have they've kind of accepted me into the DFS kind of crew. I've never really been a better for a long time, but I've really I got into playing counter move quite a bit, and then obviously counter move folded, went to DraftKings, and then DraftKings got released over here in the UK. And really, my favourite aspect of Fight Week is DraftKings. It's not so much betting nowadays, and I can see a lot more of the bettors potentially coming over to DraftKings as well. So but go check out the guys. Brett Apley is one cool cat. Sun Tzu has always been a good friend of mine. Mark, Mike, Gravy Cakes, Drew, the guys, Lara, all really, really top guys. Yeah, Brett was talking about Elliott. I was high in Elliott as well. I thought that he could outgrind Ben the Win and slow him down and then get him. So yeah. Mammoth Infographics, I think you're true. I think it could be a faves card, this one, yeah. Justin, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I thought the Colby fight was a pick 'em as well. I think the line on that fight is completely off. I really do. I'm waiting to bet. I'm going to bet Dong Hyun Kim, but I want to hit my plus 200. That's what I want to hit pretty much for that. I have 3 bets for this card already. Let's see what bets are there. Sorry guys if I don't get your question. Keep on sending them. I will get back to you. I'm going to be sticking around for a while. Can't sleep. Got work tomorrow. Not unless this baby decides to show up. So yeah, let me go and see my bets. Bet MMA tips. You'll find my bets on there as well. Not that I've been doing particularly great with my bets, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's only money to me. Money means literally jack shit to me. So if I lose my money, then I'll stop betting because I've got a limit to what I'll go to. But yeah, let's see. But I've got a 3-unit bet, thinking of it now, 3-unit bet on Walt Harris and Alex Caceres at plus 102. I have Naoki Inoue and Justin Scoggins and Sasaki over 1.5. I think that's 120. I got that. And the last one I made was Quack Doan with somebody else who I can't remember at plus 120. That was 1.5. So yeah. Will you work at the chocolate factory? I wish I worked at the chocolate factory. No. I have my own shop where I sell pets. I work in there. I'm a manager in there, so I sell everything from your small furry animals, your rabbits, everything, to snakes, spiders, fish, all types of shit. Moed, do you think John Jones is going to be affected by the death of his mother today in the fight with Kwame? I think it might make him fight even harder. I managed to meet John Jones' dad last year at 197. Actually, a really nice guy. and he was talking about how his wife was really ill and the kids were like being strong for the family. Respect to DC, Daniel Cormier on Twitter. He went out there and sent a nice tweet out to the family. I thought it was quite nice, but you know, I think it's gonna motivate him personally. I'm looking forward to seeing John Jones back. I've loved John Jones for a long time, been a huge admirer. Managed to meet him a way back. He came over here to London for UFC 120 for, I think it was an expo. Yeah, it was the fan expo for Bisping versus Akiyama, and really nice guy. And I seen a different side to him at UFC 197 last year. In all honesty, I thought he was a little bit. I thought it was a little bit disrespectful to fans, but it was his comeback fight. There was a lot of hype behind it. But I seen a couple of things I didn't really like too much, but still going to be a fan no matter what. What happens if the pets don't get sold? They always get sold. People love pets. Pays my bills. So yeah. Dr. Will, why do black people suffer from diabetes so much? I ain't no doctor. I ain't got no motherfucking clue about that. So yeah. Walt Harris, Tabura, top best DK plays. You need those three. I'm not overly high on Tabura on DraftKings this week, or I'm not yet anyway. I actually like Naoki anyway. I think I really like this kid that's coming in here. And I don't think the opponent that he's got is overly that great. I know he's undefeated, but he's literally fought in the Filipino regionals. And I think once this hits the ground, he's going to be swarmed on the ground, and I can see Inoue getting a submission. That's how I see it. So yeah. You not think, Cody, do you not think Caceres is a good play this week? Or do you really think that he can be knocked out? Because I think that, Kelton knows what's up. Kelton knows what's up. If you go out there, there's not an awful lot of tape. I found some tape on, in a way, there is some on YouTube there, but I go into the forums of Sherdog and so on, and you can find certain fights on there. But Kelton's one of my boys. He knows what's up. We speak pretty much on a daily basis, and he's a guy that I've always supported since he came onto YouTube, and I'll continue to support. Really top dude. So yeah. Do you think that Megan Anderson fight with Cyborg at 214 is too soon for? I think it is, but I think it's the only fight they can make. I think they need to get Cyborg in. I'm not the biggest Cyborg fan. I will be cheering for Megan Anderson if that fight gets made. But it's a tough fight for her. But I think she's got enough. I think she can maybe make it interesting for a little bit, but I think eventually Cyborg's going to catch her. See, I'm trying to mix martial arts madness. I'm trying to stay away from props. Props have absolutely killed me this year. Like the first 2 months of the year, I was up nearly, I think it was 16, 17 units, and I've lost that. Now, I put that down to maybe the baby coming. I have taken my eye off a lot of things, and rightly so, because this baby is hugely important to me. If you guys, I know there's a lot of new subscribers to my channel in the last year. About 2.5 years ago, I was due to be a dad for the first time to a little boy, and he passed away. So this pregnancy has been huge for me and my partner, me and my fiance, and I've taken my mind off everything pretty much. I've tried to give you as good a picks as I can on here, but yeah, the pregnancy is a big thing to me, and I'm going to have a little girl, and I'm just really looking forward to it. So hopefully it happens. I want it to happen before the Singapore card, so I can watch the card on Saturday. But if it doesn't, then I can catch up in Fight Pass. Niall B 27, what's up, man? Any thoughts on Kelvin versus Chris? You've got Chris dominating round one with takedowns, but gassing. See, I don't think he's going to get Kelvin down. I know that Kelvin's smaller for that division, but I think Kelvin's scrappy and he's got good wrestling himself. And I think that, oh, what's up, Giovanni? Nice to see you, man. I think Kelvin's going to finish him. I think this is a fight. He's coming back too soon. I think he's fighting too soon after the Masasi fight. I think he was concussed in that one a little bit. So I'm not sure whether he can get. I'm not sure he can really get him down. Maybe. I'm not sure. I like Kelvin in that fight, though, I must admit. What's the props on your baby being a gambler like his daddy? Nah, I need to stay away from that shit. I get enough shit from my fiance regarding me betting, so I don't want two girls on my back for that. So Mixed Martial Arts Madness, thank you, man. It's nice. You know what? It was the worst thing that's ever happened to me, but it's literally it's made me a better person. It really does. I lost about probably 3 months of my life with that. I didn't remember too much what happened from November to nearly late February, but it made me 100% better person. It put everything in perspective and realised what I want in life, and that is just to be a quiet guy that looks after his family. So I know what's coming, and I've helped people that have happened. It actually happened to a friend of mine as well recently, and I managed to help him through the situation. So it's a growing tool pretty much, but it's something that I would not wish in my worst enemy. It's just that it's a really tough thing to come through, but you come through it regardless, and you come out stronger through it. Whether you have to make sure that you come out stronger. If you come out weak, not weak, like not positive and not looking forward, it's a tough thing to get through. So, but that's some of my personal life. I shouldn't really get into that, but it is what it is. Matt Kelvin's got great hands. He's got very fast hands. Very, very fast hands. I know he showed that against Old Man Vitor. Anybody can really do that. I think if I was to up him, I could probably hit Vitor. Maybe not, but very, very fast hands. Saf won that. I think you could be right. Tatamante. It was a close fight. I had it just for Dong Young Kim, but everybody's got different opinions on that. Do you think TJ deserves a shot at DJ at 125? I don't think he should, personally. I think that he's done nothing to really deserve the title shot. I think he should really stick around for Cody coming back. I hear that Cody's going to be back October, November time, possibly. He should wait for that. So yeah, I know that, like, I love Demetrius Johnson. You guys will probably know that. One of the nicest guys, nicest fighters you could ever meet, in all honesty, as well. And I think he deserves to get this title defense. And then whatever he wants to do from there, then by all means. But I think the fight I'd like to see, I think the DJ would still beat Dillashaw, in all honesty. Oh, is the odds out for Gastelum and Weidman already? Under 2.5 is 64. That's really, really good. Wow, maybe actually I have to have a look at that. What do you guys think about Fury fight picks? He is only one who makes money off people. Let me see. Look at Fury. I mean, I've got nothing against him. I know there's stories out there from the past. We've seen that. I think he had a bad start to his carpet take, and he's kind of wiped that under. But the guy, to be fair, he makes money. I'm not gonna bash him, because I'm not that kind of person to bash people. He's bashed. I've seen things that he's went after friends of mine, which I didn't like too much, but I try and not get involved in it. As long as it's not my beef, it's not really anything to do with me. But Lucas, guys, makes money. He wins bets. He might only bet once a card. But the guy, to be fair, he wins bets. But if you ask me, the number one guy out there, who I think is Dan Levy, best fight picks. I think that when you look overall, he's a guy that I go to for when I'm talking about bets. And he's a guy I listen to quite a lot. The guy hits. The guy just, and he reevaluates. He had a losing card at 211 there, and the guy's he reevaluated what he was doing, picked his spots, and since then he's been really, really good. But yeah, but see, the thing is, we look at Fury as well. You're spending $100 on one fight pick. That to me doesn't make. But he's got people buying it. So if he's got people buying it, then who am I to say not to do it? But yeah, Luca's a bit arrogant, possibly. I think that the one thing I don't like about Luca, and I say I've never really spoken to Luca that much, is when decisions go his way. I mean, that Moraes and Asun Sao fight was very, very close. And it could have went either way. And it's those fights when you look at it, it goes to 29-28 decisions. It can go either way, but he kind of bitches on for a little bit. And if Luca ever watches this, Luca, man, I've got nothing against you. Really, I really don't. But just kind of cool the air sometimes. I think you go a little bit too far with it sometimes. But brother, keep doing what you're doing. You're cashing bets and winning people money and getting money coming in. Who am I to say what to do? Levy is a must-listen in fight week. Daniel Levy is the man. I spent a couple of days with him in Las Vegas at UFC 197 last year. Coolest guy ever. Had a couple of drinks with him. We just literally, as soon as we seen each other, we started talking fights. And we talked fights late into the night. Next day at the weigh-ins, we talked more fights. Great guy. Really, really sound, solid guy. Romero or Whittaker? Vadim, tough fight. See, the thing is, at the minute, I am kind of 50-50 because you can't count out Yoel Romero. But I hit, like, the Whittaker, since this guy's came to 185, you can see that the progression that guy's made and how good everything really is. Yeah. We'll get round to that one at 213. Will Martin does better fight picks than Fury. Fury just asks people to buy his picks and brags every video. Well, that's nice easy to say. I mean, he kind of only does the one breakdown now, but I'm sure if he was to do, I feel if I'm making a video for you guys that I have to do every fight. Now, everybody's different. Everybody is different with they don't want to talk about certain fights, they don't want to do taping it, and that's fine because they're maybe not betting it. But I'm getting heavy into DraftKings. I've got to look all the way through. I'm trying to look for value. But Luca just does the one that he's going to be betting on, and that's fair enough. Korean sweep this weekend. So who we got? We've got the Ji Young Kim. That Ji Young Kim, she was supposed to fight Holly Holm in the main event, and then it got pulled. So that was a little bit weird. Kwan Ho Kwak. I like Kwak via a very close decision, and I like Stun Gun. I really do. I think Stun Gun, I don't know. Early on, I was very high on Colby Covington to win the fight, but since literally the last few days I started watching fights, I thought this is a tough fight for Colby Covington, but he might prove me wrong and just take him down. Yeah, Yoel does not have a dad bod. That is true. That guy's in crazy shape. Coming to Ireland on Friday. I fucking love Ireland. I've been there for the last. I was at Belfast last year. I was at the last two Dublin cards. In fact, I've been to all the Dublin cards. So, yeah, my fat ass a dad bod. I'm getting very, very close to getting that bod as well, Pat Mac. Let's just talk Fury. He's the most important person in this. The only one making money, being a con man. Potentially Cody. I mean, we need to study Luca. We don't need to study Luca. Luca's doing his own thing. And fair play to the guy. I mean, I just don't like some of the things I've seen, some of the things that's been said. But it is what it is. I've got nothing against the guy. He's done nothing wrong by me. And any times that I have spoken to him, he's always been great with me, to be fair. So, Stun Gun is past his prime. That could be. He's 36 years old. He's been around for a long ass time. So it could definitely happen. Who is the coolest, nicest fighter you've met? Demetrius Johnson's high up there. Anthony Pettis. I was at the pool party at UFC 189, and that was the year after I lost my little boy. And he came over, he found out the story about that, and he came over and he was a great guy. He gave me some nice nice stuff, nice Team Pettis gear. But there's so many nice fighters. That's the one thing I like about going to fights a few days early. You can get to speak to fighters, get to know them. I mean, I had a podcast with Kevin Lee, Kevin Lee last year, and he was a great guy, and he comes across a bit of a dick, but he's actually a really nice guy, really nice guy. Luca attacked Rockstar Z. Yeah, that's one of the things that that I've seen, I've heard. Rockstar Z is one of the coolest dudes you could ever meet, ever talk to. Really nice guy, and I don't like people talking against him, but that's what everybody. I mean, I think I'm a nice guy, but people attack me as well. But I just don't like that. I don't know why Luca's attacking. Like, Z is one of the guys that I talked about bets for the last few years. He's helped me with certain things. Mixed martial arts madness from Wales. Marshman and Brett Johns are going to win in Glasgow, and I'll be there to see it. Lou Long should be in the UFC. Seeing he's got a fight in September. Getting back to that, Rockstar Z is one of the nicest guys. One of the nicest guys out there, and you can always come and talk to him on Twitter. Go into his DMs and talk about fights, and he'll give you his opinions. It's pretty good. He's a really cool guy. Don't like what Luca did, but it's not my beef. Who's my favourite current UFC fighter? It's always going to be Diego Sanchez as long as he's in the UFC. I love Diego Sanchez. Jack Shore, that guy's legit. I met him in Belfast last year when he was cornering Jack Marshman. Really cool guy. Well, do you trust the government? I don't trust anybody. They're all dirty, in my opinion. What about the Jews? Do they control everything? Who the fuck knows? Kelton, there's my man there. I was talking about earlier on, one of the nicest guys. Makes great videos out there. Wholeheartedly support this guy. Makes great bets. So yeah. Biggest choke. Mirsad Bektic. You know what? I actually picked on Countmaster. I picked Darren Elkins. He was like minus 700. Plus 700, sorry. And hit that one. Daniel Levy's the man. Kelton's the man. I've got a whole host of guys on Twitter which are good guys. Who's Jack Marshman against again in Glasgow? I totally forgot. I was looking at the card earlier on. Is Diego Sanchez a drug dealer? He'd be a crazy ass motherfucking drug dealer. That's what it would be. Is NASA lying to us? Who the fuck knows? Cody, you're fucking weird, dude. You got some weird ass questions. Cool. Jack Shore is only a blue belt. Wow. He's looked really good from what I've seen. Ryan James. Oh, he's going to fuck Ryan James up. Wow. Well, you think Guan Wang. Guan Wang's out, Irish brother. It's Rolando D that's come in, Gabriel D. I like Alex Caceres to catch him with something in the middle rounds. Brown belt. I'm good friends with the matchmaker of Cage Warriors, Ian Dean, and he put me onto Jack Shore a long time ago. So yeah. Chris AI, Ryan James has no head movement. He's going to get popped straight in the face, get knocked out. A few years ago in the BJJ. Right, fair enough. Run down your 3 most confident picks for this fight. Number 1's Walt Harris. I think Silaska is he's not a good heavyweight, and he fought an even worse heavyweight last time out. Number 2, probably Naoki Inoue. Naoki Inoue is probably number 2. I think that just think he's going to sub the guy. Holly Holm's got to be up there. She's fighting. I think Betch is going to come in and he's going to get popped right in the face. Head kick, knocked out. That's like 4 or 5 guys I'm really confident in this card. It's trying to pick the dogs in this card. I don't think there's many. I think the new Korean girl's one of them. I think the Stun Gun's one of them. I don't think Russell Doan's a bad bet. In all honesty, I think that fight's going to be close. So yeah. Have you ever done acid? Nothing. I am like the most teetotal guy. I used to drink a lot back in the day, but I kind of grew up. There's one time I went out and started drinking straight vodka. I went missing for 5 hours out in Edinburgh. Ended up was found with a slice of pizza next to my face, and from that moment on, I made the decision that I was never drinking again. Since then, the only times I drink is when I go to UFC events. Pretty much when I go to Dublin, I go to Belfast or Vegas. It's the only times. Do you believe Conor McGregor is an alien rounding up all our heads to give to reptilian daddy Dana? Possibly. Are the Diaz brothers smoking weed? Most definitely they are smoking weed. What about the Illuminati? Don't go into that shit. I don't waste my time thinking about that shit. I've got other things to think about, Cody. Johnny Eduardo caught Lopez with a tranny. Well, do you think Betch is sexy? No, she's not. She's not. She's got a banging ass on her, though. She's got all-time great ass. Would dive in that ass. Without a doubt. Betch, her face kind of looks like some of the girls round about my area. Without a doubt. Can Holly Holmes be actual homeless? No. No, you don't want to see me drunk off vodka. I handed the taxi driver a 50 quid tip, £50 tip, and the only reason I gave him that tip was because he was black, and his name was Science. So yeah. Who are your top 5 prospects, newcomers to the UFC? Oh, I need to think about that. Oh, top 5 newcomers. Hard. I think that there is someone's in there. Give me a bit of time to that, Chris, and come back to me. And I'll maybe think about it. What jersey is that, Kelton? Arizona Cardinals. What are my thoughts on Gavin Tucker? Incredible debut performance. Thought he looked brilliant. Sam Sicilia's not much. He's tough, but Gavin Tucker really styled on him. Looking forward to seeing him against Rick Glenn in the Canada pay-per-view later on this year. Do you ever watch the Ultimate Fighter show? Here's the thing. I love the Ultimate Fighter. Like, I love the Ultimate Fighter. I know it gets a lot of shit. But I do love watching it. Sometimes it gets a bit much, but I do like watching it. Tom Duquesnoy, that's my number 1 prospect in the UFC. Thanks for that, Cody. I'm really, really high on that guy. I think you have to put Gavin Tucker in that. I think Haneto Maicano, I think he's a good prospect. I think Ricardo Ramos is a good prospect. Yeah. Xbox or PlayStation? I've got a PlayStation 4 that I don't play that much, but I have to go back onto it. 125 division, stay in or go? I think it has to stay. You've got the most dominant fighter in the sport in that division. I think they have to market him better because I was mesmerised by his performance when I watched him at 197. I couldn't believe what he did to Cejudo. He wrecked Henry Cejudo. Mighty Mouse should fight TJ. I said earlier on, I don't think he should. I think he should get his I want to see the fight, but I just think that TJ's literally just asking for a fight because Cody Garbrandt fell out. So I'm not sure. I hope he doesn't. I want to see him get that victory and get that that kind of bit of history for himself. Nice guy, really nice guy. The UFC Glasgow card looks sick. I think there's some good fights in that card. I'm hoping that I've heard there's a couple more being announced, but I don't think it's going to be true. Is Volkan the new Struve? No. I think Volkan's going to get found out against Jimmy Manuwa, but I said that against Misha Cirkunov, and look what happened. Horiguchi, future UFC champion. I think he can come back and be a UFC champion. Fair play to him. What games I play in the PS4? I play. Oh shit! It's been that long. UFC is one of them. I play a bit of Call of Duty. I've got a bit of Mortal Kombat there as well. Who's the greatest MMA fighter of all time? I think it's John Jones. I get a lot of shit for that as well because there's people that say Fedor and others, but I just think John Jones. The guy's been away for literally 3 years, and he's still one of the biggest stars in the sport, and he's not even fighting. I think he's a bit of a bad human being, but when it comes to fighting, I think he's the best there is, personally. Him and DJ, I think DJ's always left out. Cody's one of the nicest guys I've ever met, but the guy, you can tell he's a street fighter. He hasn't really got much else outside of his fighting, to be all honest with you. One of the nicest guys. His family's really nice. I met his family at the 189 card as well when he was banging Paige Van Zandt. He was running around with her. Gunnar can be a champion easily. I think Gunnar's got that skill set where that he's kind of it's like Covington. When you've got that one strong aspect to your game, you can win any fight. I think maybe saying that, I think he fought bad against Damian Maia. He kind of wanted to play with Damian and see what he was like down there, and he was just outclassed. But I think Gunnar can be a champion. Gaethje versus MJ, early prediction, violence. Someone's getting knocked out in that fight. I haven't really watched too much tape on that yet, but I'll get to it. You think Chuck Liddell's the best fighter all time? I don't think so. I think he's very, very good, and he was one of the most exciting guys to watch when, when it was coming up. But favorite MMA bet that you've cashed? I think it was Arnold Allen in his debut. I think I went really heavy with like five units at plus 130. I think I got him. And that's one that always sticks out to me. I think I need to have a think about that as well. Is Cody the sharpest knife in the drawer? Far from it. Karolina Kowalkiewicz, stunning. Needs to work on a ground game though. Gunnar's going to murder Ponzinibbio. High possibility. Gunnar's got that style where people underestimate his striking, and he has really good striking. He has big power, and once it goes to the ground, the guy is just a surgeon down there. He hits you with little shots to open up your body, to get takedowns, and to get submissions, to just get into advantageous positions, and then he finds a submission every time. TG Dillashaw or Demetrius? I think I've said already, I'd pick Demetrius Johnson. Do you think Damon Maia will beat Tyron Woodley? I don't. I think Woodley's a bad style matchup for him. Best bet you've ever won? I think it was the Arnold Allen one in his debut, but I can't really remember too much. That was a few years ago now. Do you think female MMA fighters could make money off porn tapes that would sell? Some of them could if they're hot, not like Angela Magana or Cyborg with a big fat dick. So yeah. Do potentially see more stars arising from SBG outside? Yeah, I do. Dylan Took comes from SGB. Kiefer Crosby, the guy from there, Franz Malambo. There's many fighters coming up there through SBG that you'll probably see in the next few years. What do you think of Korean Zombie? Korean Zombie's the man. Guy puts on exciting fights. It's a shame he's got injured. I was going to pick him to beat Ricardo Lamas in that fight at 214. Everybody look at this pitch. Jones Prime takes out Liddell Prime easily. Who wins Cody v TJ? I think Cody. I think Cody's faster. And I think he's got elite wrestling as well that we haven't really seen. How much are units up top now? And what did they start at? My units now, so when I say in Twitter that I'm betting 3 units on Walt Harris and Alex Caceres, for every 1 unit is £100, so £300. And it started off at it started off many years ago when I was working and I didn't really have much to pay, and it was only £10 for 1 unit, and then because I've got more money and I won more money, I raised the stakes. But 100's probably as high as I will ever go. What's the biggest money bet you ever dropped in a fight? I dropped, I think it actually was the Arnold Allen fight, which was 700, and I got nearly £2,000 back, if I remember right. How long before a fight should you stop smoking weed? Hey, if that's what you guys want to do, keep blazing. Keep that shit blazing. I'm very good friends with Dave Meltzer's younger brother. I've been to Dave's house once. Nice. Woodley can't hang with Maia on the ground. That's fact. Yeah, but I don't think he can take Woodley down. I think Woodley's one of those. He sticks his kind of butt out, puts against the cage. He's a hard guy to take down. But Maia's did it to everybody. So yeah. Yeah, Dylan Took, he got starched. He did. Cameron Ells, I remember that fight, beat him. I do think he can come back though. He's still a young kid. What's your worst UFC bet loss ever? Let me think. Stipe Miocic against Stefan Struve was one I was very, very sure he was going to win. I can't remember. See, all these, I've really got a terrible memory now. It's not great. Except for fights. I can remember fights quite easily, but Malambo looks good. Yeah, Franz Malambo's good. He needs to work in his ground skills a little bit, but he'll get there. By the way, guys, where are all you guys from? Are you from the States? Are you from Canada? Are you from, I know some of you are from Ireland, from Wales. Where are you from? England, the UK, France, Spain, Germany, Switzerland? What age do MMA fighters decline? Hard to tell. Different divisions. I think like heavyweight, you can start to kind of fall down and then you can come back up again. But I think mid-30s. But nothing's really proven. See, because I don't think, I've heard that people say that Dong Young Kim's in a decline. I don't think he is. He's 36. Zombie replaced by Jason Knight. Jason Knight is a really good fighter to watch. I just think this is a fight. Personally, I think it's a fight a step up a bit too early. But yeah, Keane Cowley, yeah, that's another good one. It's a shame he lost his Bama debut a couple of weeks back. Guy's got some great striking. Just needs to work in the ground game. Thoughts on Jermaine Durandame refusal to fight Cyborg? Bitch move. Total bitch move. That division was made for Cyborg. If you win that fight, you know who's next. You don't go running. You don't go back to 135 where you're not going to be fighting for a belt anytime soon. I think it was should just strip her and give her the hardest fight possible at 135 and see how she does with that. But no, I don't like that at all. How do you say hi to girls? Hi. Woodley can't hang with Maya on the ground. Which fighter would be the scariest in bath salts? I say Brock Lesnar yet. Hottest MMA fighter? Paige Van Zandt was really, really nice. Yeah. I heard that Dennis Rodman's in North Korea. I heard that. I saw that yet. Do you think the economy will collapse? Who knows? Possibly. I'm not going to be looking into it. I think it's already shit over here in the UK at the minute. So, Struve eye poke Stipe. Maybe. California. Nice. Nah, there's nobody that can hang with Damian Maia on the ground. Seattle, Washington. Seattle's always a place I've wanted to go to. Hope that DJ gets to fight in his hometown in August. That's what they're talking about against Ray Borg, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm from a tree because I'm a pigeon. Chicago, South Carolina, San Francisco. Great, great cities. South Carolina, I've always wanted to go to the Carolinas. Yeah. San Francisco is a town I've never been to. I've been to Chicago. Dublin, Ireland, one of the best places in the world. If the UFC ever go there and Conor McGregor decides he wants to fight there again, you guys need to, I don't care where in the world you are, you need to try and get to that fight because it's one of the best atmospheres I've ever been in, and it was only in a little stadium. If they could get it in that big stadium, which will probably never happen, crazy. Canada living in Korea. Wales, best country on earth if you like rain. Scotland's not too far behind you, mate. What's the name of the young English albino guy? That was Jim Wallhead. No, that's not him. English guy. With many tattoos. I'm the next MMA GOAT, mark my words. Bardstown, Kentucky, USA. Nice. Sydney. Damn. That's a long way. That's pretty cool. That's one of the things that really intrigues me. I go and have a look at my analytics and you see where people are watching from, and it's like countries like Uzbekistan and like Africa and shit like that. It's weird. Weird. Top 4 DraftKings play: Tabura, Tuck, Harris, Naoki. But can you fit them all in, Cody, in a lineup? Because that seems quite pricey. You're going to have to go like really bottom of the barrel in the other 2 plays. You could put Betchka here in there. I've got one lineup with Betchka here in it, and you can get big plays in there, but you're guaranteed a loss. So there's not much mid-range in this week on DraftKings. So it's kind of stars and scrubs type thing. So you're going to have to take a couple of scrubs to get the guys at the top. That's what I've seen so far. How do you get over being so short? It is what it is. How long? I was in Arizona for 3.5 years. I went to Arizona State over there. to do golf. I was going to become a professional golfer. At least I thought I was at one point. And then I realised I wasn't quite good enough. So I went into golf course design. I went there for just over 3 years. Then I went to Ohio to do my last year. Then I had to come back to the UK and do a year over there doing that. The new Luke Thomas. Nah, I'm not that guy. Guy's cool though. It's hard to root for fighters when they refuse to fight people. Absolutely. Do you think Conor can beat Khabib? Because I think Khabib will murder Conor. I think Conor can beat Khabib. I don't think Khabib can make the weight. In all honesty, I really don't think he can make the weight. But there's definitely a way for Khabib to win the fight. If he can just grind him, he can definitely win the fight. I just think Conor at 155 is a tough guy to beat. I really do. I've seen it coming for years. And he showed that against Eddie Alvarez. But Eddie Alvarez, I don't think is a top 5 fighter in that division personally. I think that he can beat everybody in that top 5. But I think people in that top 5 can also beat Conor McGregor. Just if he shows up, he's got that power in that hand that can put you to sleep. Do you watch the MMA? What I do, I usually listen to it when I'm at work, and then if there's something that interests me, I'll go back and I will watch. Valentina next champ, I think so as well. It's UFC racist. How so? Why do you think that? Hottest MMA fighter who looks like a dude or an ugly? I like Megan Anderson. Do you think Megan Anderson looks like a guy? Nah, I don't think so. Put out Angry Willie videos. Z's. That was the first one last week. I'll bring that back. I'll maybe have to show everybody my Angry Willie videos. Khabib Maya. Maya. How many ring girls have you banged? Too many. I've caught too much shit as well. Brett Jones, good fighter, really good fighter. Top guy as well. Bardstown, Kentucky is full inbred Hicks. Oh, fuck. Oh man, that's a bit much. That's true, Jake Shields did hang with Maya. Still want to see Khabib fight Tony. I think everybody wants to see that fight. Just a great fight. Thoughts on Chael versus Vanderlei? Oh, I don't know. I've had people say I should do Bellator breakdowns, but I try and put quite a lot into these breakdowns that I do. I just haven't got the time for Bellator at the minute. And with a kid coming, it's just... I think I like Chael in that one, but who the fuck knows? How long have you been following Conor McGregor? I've been following Conor McGregor for a long time. I was at his fights in Cage Warriors when he won titles. So I've been following for a long time. I've knew him since before the Joseph Duffy fight. So a long time. Do you think Kaiser beats Lee? I like Kaiser an underdog. I'm struggling with that fight. I was saying that yesterday on to some of the guys on Twitter that I speak to. I watched some fights last night. Michael Chiesa always, if you go back and watch his last few fights, Dariush, Jim Miller, he loses the first round. And I don't think he can do that with somebody like Kevin Lee and give him the confidence like that. So yeah, I'm not sure yet. I think I'm leaning Kevin Lee just at the minute, but that'll probably change. Top 3 chinniest fighters: Arlovsky, Patrick Cummins, expand. Cummins is definitely one of them. Arlovsky's going that way. Chinniest fighters. Let me see. Yeah, if this was earlier on the night, I'd maybe remember, but it's 3 AM over here, so who knows. Valentina v JJ at 125. I think that Valentina has beat like JJ quite a few times in the kickboxing scene. I think it was like 3 straight times, so it'll be interesting. I think maybe JJ just, in my opinion, but that's kind of just throwing a wild one out there. Does Marcin Tybura have what it takes to test Arlovsky's chin? He does. I think he'll knock him out. Andrei Arlovsky's not been at Jackson Winklejohn's for this fight, so who the fuck knows where he's been training? Probably back in Chicago. So that's not a good sign, in my opinion. Chiesa is definitely tougher. Thing what I like about Kevin Lee is that he's went to he faced tough guys in their countries. Now I know he faced Mustafayev and he's not from Ireland, but he came across the other side of the world and beat him very, very convincingly, and then he went to Brazil and beat a tough guy in Trinaldo. So James Gallagher will come on stock soon. Yeah, 100% agree, Irish brother. I think he's a good fighter, but I think he's got a bit of still got a bit of work to do. Kiesa's caveman standing, absolutely 100% agree. Swings wild, but he's got power there. You can see it the way he swings. But what Michael Chiesa does really well is he capitalizes on opportunities really, really well, and he gets the back. Once he gets the back, you're in trouble. American Top Team, probably the best gym out there. Definitely. I think that James Gallagher's actually got a really tough fight against Machida in New York. Chiesa versus Dariush, watched that last night. I mean, Chiesa was taking big leg kicks, taking some big shots, clearly lost that first round. And then it was a little bit of it was bad fight IQ, I think, from Dariush. Gave his back up, and you can't do that against Chiesa because he'll find something. Cody Garbrandt v Liam Harrison. Who's Liam Harrison? Cody Garbrandt, though, all day. Don't trust Kevin Lee whatsoever. I know it's hard. It's a tough fight to pick between. I was a little bit surprised when I seen that he's the betting favourite in that one, in all honesty. I thought it should have been the other way around. Robbie Lawler v Cowboy. Oh. I want Cerrone to win, but I think that it's hard to tell because Lawler, he's fighting. Where's he fighting now? The Combat Club with Henry Hooft. So who knows? How do you feel about Frank Camacho versus Jing Liang? I think that Camacho comes in and he swings hard, but I think that Jing Liang's just a better fighter, and I think he's going to stop him. Kevin Lee's going to get his ass whooped and slept. Could very well happen, Scott. Lawler is too much for Cowboy. Could be. Cowboy is weak to the body. So you can see he might be a guy that's on the decline. And I know that's probably going out a little bit. Cowboy could be one of the guys who might go on a decline quite soon, but you know what Cowboy's like. He could reel off 4 or 5 wins and then be right back in title contention again. Thoughts on Bisping? I've never been a big fan of Bisping. I had a bad encounter with him many, many moons ago, where he was quite rude to my fiance. But since then, to be fair, I have seen him again, and he apologised for what he did. But nice guy, fair play. I mean, he is a nice guy, but back in the day, he was a real douche. He was around the wrong people, and even he says that. So yeah, Arlovsky trained at ETT. Interesting. Who hits harder, Mark Hunt or Shane Carwin? Mark Hunt, I think. Brisbane is a tosser. He can be, but you see, he was a nice guy last time I met him. It was nice. He said he was sorry for the altercation that we had many moons ago. But yeah, thoughts on Dan Hooker's performance last week? I thought it was pretty phenomenal, to be honest with you. I thought he's used that range that he's got. He's got that long reach. Used it very well. I thought he definitely won the first round. And in the second round, I thought that Ross Pearson was coming back into it. And then he ate that fucking huge knee. And he was put to sleep. Brisbane can be rude and arrogant, but it's a tough guy. The guy, I think 100. I was really happy for him when he won the title because the guy's been around for a long time. He's did loads over here for UK MMA, and yeah, and he beat out Luke Rockhold, who can be a dick sometimes as well. So GDS and Francis, if that fight gets put together, Francis Ngannou for me, I think it'd be too quick for GDS to come back. Ferguson and Nate Diaz would be a great scrap. Nate should take it. I would like Ferguson in that one personally. What's your thoughts? Everyone's thoughts on Brennan Schaub? He can be annoying as hell. Yeah. Thoughts on Edgar Holloway? Right now, I would probably go Holloway. I don't think there's a better fight in the UFC, like a fighter in the UFC, I should say, that is as good at making in-fight adjustments as what Holloway is at the minute, and showed that in the Aldo fight. And I thought he lost the first 2 rounds, and then he came out and just made an adjustment and caught him with that beautiful shot and put him down. But right now, it'd probably be Holloway. But see, you have to watch. You can't make blind picks and stuff like that because Edgar's tough. I've did that. I went against him against Yair, which was kind of foolish in my part, but I thought Yair was going to do something, did nothing. Do you look Brisbane in the bad eye or the good eye when you speak to him? The first time was the good eye, the second time was the bad eye, and it's fucking gnarly to look at. Not nice, that's a bad injury. So yeah. Welcome, Wesley. What's up, man? Yeah, see, I've never really supported Michael Brisbane at all, but when he knocked down Luke Rockhold, I was shouting the house down. Like, I couldn't believe it. First of all, I couldn't believe it that Michael Brisbane was the UFC champion and that he knocked out Luke Rockhold. I lost my shit. It was like 6 a.m. in the morning. I lost my shit. One two was sick. Serious speed as well. Yeah, Wes, I'm good, man. I've got dodgy eyes as well. You take these motherfucking things off, I'm walking into shit all day long. I'd be lost without them. Triple threat between Derek Lewis, Francis, and John Jones. Winner gets Francis Braids. Who wins? John Jones, all time. I think Edgar could steal Holloway on the ground whenever, could get Holloway on the ground whenever he wants and steal Easter grounds. Could very well happen. What is your upset pick for Saturday if you have one? Dong Young Kim. Yeah, Dong Young Kim. I think that he can win that fight. Brisbane does deserve to be a champ, but the guy's milking it now and he's shit. He should be facing Yoel Romero. This whole Brisbane GSP thing does nothing for me. I don't know about you guys. What do you think? It's not a matchup I'm really looking forward to seeing. Just the last like MMA. She watches it, but she prefers going to live events. She's probably been to about 6 or 7 live events probably with me. So who'd be a great MMA fighter who plays another sport? Oh shit, that's a good question. Probably one of the guys in the NFL, big strong guys. Do you follow UK Muay Thai? A little bit, not much. What's my favourite strain of bud? I've never did it in my whole entire life. Will never do it. It's not who. Not that I've got anything against people that do it, but it's just I've never wanted to do it. I'm pretty straight down the line. Live a fairly clean life, except for the dirty foods I put in my body every day. So yeah. Yeah, if the line hits 200, I'm going to hit that. I heard that it was like 240 last night. My boy Kelton was going on about that. He went to his bed, went to sleep. It was at 240. Thought the line might have got better, but it's shot back down again. Messy. I think Odell Beckham could be a good one. I think saying that he did get knocked out by the posts, didn't he, last year? But he's got some speed. Manchester. Were you at UFC 204 last year, Wes? What did you think about it in the middle of the night? I was there and it was a tough slog. Really tough slog. Blood is good for you. So I keep hearing my brother. My brother is does shit like that, but it's just not for me. Could the NFL guys beat some heavyweights with 6 months training? Probably, yeah. I think they could. Do I watch WWE? I do. Not. I'm not an avid fan like I was even a few years ago, but I am a fan. Mark Andrews, yeah. I think did he not get injured at the weekend as well? There we go. There's Dan Levy, the guy that I was talking about earlier on, who I think is the best capper out there. What's up, Dan, my man? Tucked up in bed, would have been working. Thoughts on Durandamy? I think I spoke about this before. Durandamy, I think, just needs to piss off pretty much. How do you win a belt and then not want to defend that belt and then drop down to a division where you're not going to be a champion down there? I don't see it. So I hope she gets her ass beat next time out, personally. I think that I know that that's your biggest fight you can have is fight Cyborg, but you don't want to fight her. It makes no sense. Was Pride legitimate? And does Fedor deserve his legend status? I think he does, but I don't think Pride was legitimate. I think there was some shady shit that went on there. Not that there might be shit in the UFC that goes down on occasions, but there was times when Pride, I think there was definitely underhand shenanigans going on in that promotion there. Is it true that Muslims are taking over the UK? No, don't think so. Where I am in Scotland, we don't see that many Muslims, in all honesty. Edinburgh's a pretty multicultural, diverse city. But no, I don't think Muslims are taking over the UK. Maybe certain parts, but definitely not in Scotland. Who you got, Chilby or Anderley? Honestly, I'm not caring too much. I think that Chill, I'd like to see. Oh, it's hard to say because Anderley's a fucking beast. I've got to go Chill. Not confident though. Any more bets come from Dan? Half the battle. Yep. I know he's got some bets ready to go for this card, so keep your eyes open. Most Muslims are good people, yeah. It's just a bit this. Wherever you go in the world, there's bad people. The only reason you see no Muslims in Scotland is because you're fuck all goats. Nah, we shag sheep up here in Scotland. We don't do the goats. We shag the sheep. The sheep that get caught in the fins is the ones that we shag up here. Especially up in Aberdeen. Yeah, the last Chill fight was a bit dodgy, I'll be honest with you. Would I fuck Nicola Sturgeon? You couldn't pay me enough money to stick my dick in her. Never. Could the UFC ever get attacked by a terrorist? Who knows? That's the one thing I noticed when I went to America, that they don't really check you over there. So it's scary. They do a little bit more over here at the European cards, which I've seen, but in America, I've never really had much trouble with that. So Theresa May, fuck no. Jesus Christ. Who would honestly want to fuck that? Really? Wow. Seagull versus Crow. I fucking hate seagulls. Like, seagulls are the bane of my life. Keep shitting on the car. Keep having to get it washed. So yeah, fuck that shit. You could slip a bomb right in MGM. I hope not, because I love the MGM, but jeez. You think DC will make weight? I think he will. The new rules. What's the new rules with that again? Explain to me. I probably read that a few weeks ago and totally forgot about it. Not even in the wheat fields. No. No, never. Whereas that's fucking sick even thinking about it. Ugh. UFC didn't check me because I'm white. I would give Theresa May a bottle. Give me a bottle of GD and I'll take Surgeon too. Fucking hell. No, that's crazy shit. Ashley Evans Smith beat a transgender fighter. Yeah, Fallon Fox, I remember that. Beating 11 Shouter, yeah. Bang Theresa May with a shovel. 10 pigeons, wood pigeons versus a pelican. Ooh. I take the. Fuck. I'll take the 10 wood pigeons. Anyone think DC beats Bones? What do you think, guys? I don't think so personally. I think, for me, I think that Jones has to be the pick. When you watch the first fight, you can see that he's very, very dominant. I believe that he was doing shit before that fight as well, John Jones. It's quite interesting that, say, his mother passed away. So, what way is he going to go? I think he's going to be more motivated personally to really put in a performance for his mother. But we have to wait and see. They test him like 30 days out and then 10 days out. Nice. MMA fighter most likely to be a serial killer. Oh shit. Fuck, no idea. Too late for that shit. If you could party 3 fighters for 1 unit this weekend, who would you take? Walt Harris. Walt Harris, John Tuck, and Alex Caceres. Hopefully that would hit +180. It probably would. Super fight of 2020, Holloway versus Ferguson. Ooh, that'd be a great fight. Lamb of God, what's up, man? I am up late, Lamb of God. I am supposed to be working tomorrow, but say, who knows with this baby coming. So I'm just kind of sticking around. Yeah, I'll be going to bed fairly shortly. I need to take the dog out, and then I'll get to bed. Joe Weed, thank you very much, man. Thank you. I'm going to try and do more of this. I'm going to be off for a few months. I'm going to do that. Do I think Jojo wins? I think it's a tough fight. I want Jojo to win, but I think it's a really tough fight. Yeah, DC looks good against everybody else apart from John Jones. I agree with that, Jay. GG versus Valentino will be a great fight. Hope that happens eventually. Take it easy, Wes. See, the thing is, the thing with Cynthia Calvillo, she's not even been a pro for a year yet. So clearly she's going, the two fighters, she fought Amanda Cooper, who I don't think is an overly great fighter, Pil Gonzalez, who I think could be a good fighter, but I know that Jojo has deficiencies, it's pretty clear to see. But I think on the feet she can light her up, I really do, but can she take Jojo down? I think she can. So yeah, a fried Mars bar is tasty. Not for me, I'm not a fan, mate. If a fighter misses weight more than one CSAC is supposed to require the fighter to move up the division until a doctor. Oh, really? Wow. John Jones looked poor against Owens. He did. I was expecting more when I was sitting and watching that one, especially coming off the DJ knockout. I thought we were going to have a really good end to the card, but it was just that rust a little bit, I think. Is it hard living with a woman? No, it's easy. My lock for this weekend is Walt Harris. Irish brother, take care, my man. I'll be back soon. Jojo's hot. I've known Jojo for years before she was just fighting Muay Thai. My mum knows her family a little bit, so I know her personally. Really, really nice girl. Gustafsson, yeah, I think he should be next in line. I feel sorry for Jimmy Manoa, but I think the next shot has to go. Definitely has to go to Alexander Gustafsson. I want to see that Jones Gustafsson rematch. Who doesn't? Something weirdly hot about Jojo. I think it's her voice. She's got like that soft-spoken voice. I think that's what it is. Right, guys, I think another couple of minutes. You got any last-minute questions before I go? I'm going to try and get some sleep. Who's your DK value sub? 7.5. That's my phone. Let's see. Less than 7.5. Okay, let's see this shit. Seven five. Safadine, maybe. I think he can make it close. I don't think he gets knocked out or stopped. If I had to pick one, I would pick Ulka Sasaki. Yeah, definitely, I'd pick Ulka Sasaki. But I think that I picked Scoggins. I think he can win all 3 rounds, but I think he can also, if Scoggins uses that terrible fight IQ of his and putting his head in where he shouldn't be putting it, then Sasaki can catch him. By what method would Jones kill the fuck out of man? A dirty spinning back elbow. Yeah, Chris, I'm on the over as well. I put that in a bet. I think I've got him in a way with Scoggins and Sasaki over 1.5, which was minus 175 or 163. I got it out, sorry. So yeah, Alexander Gustafsson holds Jimmy Manoa. He did. It was actually a really good atmosphere for that fight. Really enjoyed it down in London. I'm just saying, like, I'm not the biggest fan of going to London in general, but they do. I think over here in the UK, it's one of the best places to go and watch a fight. The O2 is a really good arena. Mana was promised a title fight if wins against Ozdemir. Yeah, I think he's the next in line after Gustafsson, but he has to win fights to keep it there. Chris A, my man, all the best. Thank you very much with the newborn for the kind words with the newborn. Hopefully, I'll be here in the next day or two. But I'll be back on soon. Come back and chat, mate. All the best. Bye, a pigeon. Nice speaking to you, man. You're cool. You have some good questions. We can fly your tree and fuck some pigeon bitches. Later, Jay. What's up, man? All the best, buddy. Thank you. It's crazy over here. It's like 3:25 a.m. Probably in the next 45 minutes, it's going to start getting light. So crazy. Mike, what's up, brother? Jeez. Where do you think Aldo goes from here? And if McGregor fights Mayweather, will ever return to UFC? Aldo needs to go to 155. There's no point in sticking around at 145. And he doesn't have to prove anything in that division, and the division is run by young guys now. I think he can move up, be healthy at 155, and there's good fights. There's great fights up there. He's going to be straight into the title picture anyway if he moves up there. So move up to 155. I think I've always wanted to see him versus Khabib. I think it'd be a great fight. And if McGregor fights Mayweather, I want me the MMA, like the UFC, really needs Conor McGregor to come back. So maybe Dana's got a plan in check to get him to fight this, but then he has to come back because the UFC needs him big time. So yeah. What would be a pivotal underdog on the DraftKings card? I think if you're looking below 8K now, I know you can probably go lower than that. I think that Russell Doan's a good pick. Safadine, I think, is a good pick to have for that. It's a tough week for DraftKings this week. I haven't looked into much of it, but yeah, you wait and see. I'll see. To be honest with this baby coming, my head's kind of all over the place. So we'll see. I might not go that hard in DraftKings this week. Is he competitive at 155? Jose Aldo's competitive at 155, I think, without a doubt. Aldo against Khabib or Tony is bad for him. Oh, I don't think so. I think Aldo would beat Khabib. I really do. Tony might be a different one altogether. Sasaki looked good against Sun Tzu, my man. What's up? Sasaki, I thought he did all right. I think this could be a similar fight where on DraftKings he could definitely get you some points. He's a guy I've got in one of my lineups already. I've only made 2 lineups, and Sasaki is definitely in one of them. I remember that. Opens up more plays at the top, which I think you need. I think there's 4 or 5 guys that can finish this quite early this weekend, so it's just about picking the right guys. Sun Tzu, what's your biggest player this week? Who do you like, price-wise? Because there's some guys at the top there I think are good. I think everybody's going to be quite heavy on the guys higher up. I don't think people will be on Holly Holm. So Walt Harris, I think, is going to be very popular. I'm looking at pivoting away from the top guys and picking Inoue. I think that Inoue's got a good chance to finish early here, but Jeremy, what's up, man? Nice to see you. What's up, brother? You like Kwan this week, Sun Tzu? I like him as well, but I think the fight's going to be really close. I also like Doan, though. 76 is quite cheap. I was really surprised when the lines opened and he was that big of a favourite was Kwan Ho Kwak. Really surprised. I thought it was a pick 'em fight at least. Aldo has nothing to prove. That's very true. Best featherweight there's ever been. I think that might be overtaken fairly shortly by Max Holloway, though. Can scramble. I really enjoyed that fight with Kwan Ho Kwak against Brett Jones. When I was in the crowd in Belfast, I thought that's a really good fight, and I watched it a few times since, and it's a really good fight. Looking forward to seeing Brett Jones fight in Glasgow. I think that's going to be I think he's going to really put it on Mitch Gagnon. I think he's going to be heavily priced in that one as well. He'll be a big favourite. Holloway v Frankie is a really good fight, but I just think that Holloway's too good. But you can never count out. Never, ever, ever. All you DraftKings guys out there, is anybody putting Betchka here in some lineups? Out of the two lineups I've made, I've had one with Sasaki and I've got one with Betchko here. The one with Betchko here opens up all types of possibilities to get like 4 decent guys in, I think. Just don't think that Betch is going to get that much points, though. I think she's going to walk into shots. I really do. Yeah, I think I'm with you there, Joe. I think that Betch gets finished. I think she's just going to walk into shots. I think that home, to her credit, she has got some power in her fist and her kicks especially. But you can't play Holly Holm this week. I just think that Holm's not a great pick. But are people going to be on Holly Holm? That expensive? Not sure. Right, guys, I'm going to go to bed. It's 3:30 a.m. and the birds are starting to chirp. Thank you very much. I'm going to try and do more of these after I got through all that technical shit at the beginning. But thank you very much for all the questions. It's been great speaking to you. All the best to you guys. I'll see you all very, very soon. Hopefully this baby comes. And yeah, hopefully I can get to see the fights. All the best, folks. Take care.